Hey there, YouTube. It's Mike, the Dicka Collector. Happy Friday. I hope you're all doing well. Coming at you with a 3 TTM mail day. Pretty excited about that. Made it through the week. Probably took me about all week to recover from that horrendous game. The Bears decided to play last weekend against the Packers. I don't have much to say other than it was pretty much a complete disappointment in every facet of the game. From Justin Fields not throwing down the field to the defense just letting everyone run all over them to special teams. It was a very disappointing game. There was all it was screen passes, screen passes, screen passes. I don't know what the game plan they thought they were trying to accomplish. It was a very frustrating game to watch, and I was happy when it was over. Not with the result, but that I didn't have to watch any more of that because it was not what I expected. It's not how I wanted the season to start. Uh, on to week two, and we'll just bide our time and see if anything can improve. Hopefully, it's not another season of futility. Anyway, like I said, I got 3 TTMs for you today. Get something more fun here. First one is coming out of Columbus, Ohio. And it looks like we're starting with a nice 1983. This is the M&M's Olympic hero card. This is Mickey King. She is a U.S. diver. She dove in the 60s and 70s. She was part of the University of Michigan dive team from 1961 to 1965. This was before Title IX, so she actually made the team because her coach saw potential in her, and he made it happen. Those of you who don't know, Title IX is what made it necessary for there to be equal opportunity for girls to have sports in college, girls to have opportunity in college sports. So she actually competed on the men's team, and she did so well. She was selected based on her performance on the team to the 1968 Olympics in Mexico. Unfortunately, she ended up breaking her arm while practicing and was unable to compete. So she ended up going to the 1972 Olympics, which were held in Munich, and ended up winning gold medal in the springboard. So very cool. Mickey King with the nice autograph, and she also signed my index card, and then she goes ahead and tells you right there, 1972 diving USA, gold medal. Very awesome, very cool signature. Thank you very much, Mickey King. And side note, M&M, so it's a side PC for me as well. Pretty cool. Next one here is out of Spokane, Washington. So you guys have seen this come back before. This is Mr. Craig Elo. That came out really dark on the 1989 Fleer. Much nicer on the 1990 Fleer. Obviously, Craig Elo is best known as being the victim of Michael Jordan for the shot back in 1989 in the playoffs when the Bulls upset the Cavs, when the Bulls were en route to their first NBA championship. There's plenty of video and interviews of that play, and Craig Elo, he's so gracious whenever he does Chicago radio or any radio. He takes it with a grain of salt, and he's always fun to engage the radio host. I used to listen to a radio station or a show called Waddle and Sylvie out in Chicago, and they would have Craig on a lot, and he would talk about the game and everything. But even I, as a diehard Bulls fan, you have to admit that If Larry Nance had not bit on Michael's fake, I think the outcome of the entire game would have been completely different. It ended up where Craig was the scapegoat because the shot was over Craig. But when Michael was at the top of the key and the initial fake, Larry Nance shouldn't. If he had not bit on that fake, Jordan would have been double teamed, and there would have been no way he'd have made that shot. So, uh, history has a way, and then obviously it worked out great for the Bulls, and I was very happy as a kid watching all that, and still am today. Um, Not so great for Craig Elo, but he was drafted by, I think he was drafted by Cleveland. I can't remember if this is was he played his rookie season with Cleveland, but I'm pretty sure he did. And after many seasons with the Cavs, he did end up playing with the Atlanta Hawks, and he actually had I'm drawing a blank here, guys. Oh, he did. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. He did play 3 seasons with the Atlanta Hawks, and he ended up having a career high of 30 points, which he hit 3 times, and 2 of those times he actually scored them against Michael Jordan. So competition does bring out the best in you, and Craig definitely rose to the occasion whenever he faced Jordan, so that's pretty cool. So thank you again, Mr. Craig Elo. That's on the 1990 Fleer, and a little harder to see, but on the 89 Fleer as well. And last but not least, we're coming out of Denver, Colorado. Another Olympic return here. This is on one of those U.S. Olympic cards. This is Insuk Busan, who was born in South Korea, and she moved to the United States to play table tennis for the U.S. team. She won the U.S. National Championship 11 times in a row, the U.S. Women's Doubles Championship 11 times in a row, and the U.S. Mixed Doubles 8 times in a row. In 1988, she returned to her home country and competed in the 1988 Seoul Olympics for the United States, where she won gold. She was inducted into the U.S. Table Tennis Hall of Fame in 1993. So pretty cool. You wouldn't think there'd be a Table Tennis Hall of Fame, but there is. And she go ahead and wrote Dear Michael, and she signed it down there. Another one that's a little hard to read, a little easier to read in person, but best wishes, Insuk Busan. So very cool. Not one you see very often. I found the card, looked her up, and she did sign. So figured I'd give it a shot. So that's all I have for you guys today. We got a Table Tennis Hall of Famer, an NBA 90s, 89 and 90s Fleer, and a diving gold medalist. So thank you everyone for watching. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and God bless.